Hey everybody. I showed this guitar off a little bit recently and didn't really offer too much of an explanation on YouTube anyway. But basically, this idea came a couple months ago after I had gotten the Seafoam Green Strat or Surf Green Tom Strat. I had been wanting to put together just another better quality Tom DeLonge style Strat, but I wanted to kind of do it to suit my needs a bit more. To start off, I ended up going to Seymour Duncan, not to them, but I went to their website where you can custom order the exact pickup that you want. And while it looks like your typical Invader pickup, it is a little different. You can actually see the box here, which is pretty cool, pretty snazzy. It's a bridge position. It's not a neck position. I know that whole debate. I'm not going to get into that. But what I actually asked them for was to start with the Invader, but take away 10 to 15% of the output and try to make it a little more versatile and really good for like split coil sounds. I actually have a coil tap in here, which is cool, just a little push-pull pot. And I still wanted to keep like the fullness of the Invader. That's probably the best part about the Invader, just how full and thick it sounds. So I let them pick the magnet, which, you know, if you know anything about pickups, you can have a lot of different magnets in there. There's Alnico 2s, Alnico 3s, 4, 5, Alnico 8, ceramic, and some other ceramic ones. And the Seymour Duncan Invader has a ceramic pickup in it. And for this one, they actually chose the Alnico 8, which you can see written on there. And I've never used an Alnico 8 pickup, but I was very interested to see how it turned out. You'll hear it a little bit later when I just run it through a couple quick tone tests. And yeah, I think they really nailed it. It's definitely a different kind of flavor than the Invader. It doesn't quite sound the same as the Invader. Definitely has its own character to it. But they definitely nailed the output that I wanted. It does sound great for clean and for like the coil tap stuff, coil split. And it does still have a nice fullness to it. Definitely not as much as the Invader does, but you know, it's not a huge deal, and it sounds great for lead stuff, which is really nice. I've been using it a bit to record my new album, and I'm super happy with it so far. So about the rest of the guitar, the other main thing I wanted was to have a really nice neck, and I don't know how well you can see it, but it's super flamed. Not so much the fretboard, a little bit on the fretboard, but yeah, it's pretty insane. It's from Warmouth. Warmouth makes incredible guitar parts. I use their necks a lot, and it's roasted, which is really nice. It's a roasted maple with just a really, really heavy flame on it, which is awesome. I went with the Clusen, just vintage style tuners. I always really like those. They hold their tune really well. I've been using those on different guitars for quite a long time, and I just think they're really easy to use, really just reliable. It does have stainless steel frets. It's nice because, you know, they don't tarnish as fast. It keeps bending and vibrato a lot easier for longer. If you're using just standard nickel frets, eventually they'll tarnish or just wear after using them a bit, and you'll have to polish them up if you want to keep, you know, vibratos and bending and stuff like that a little bit easier to do. This has a bit rounder profile than most standard Strats. I went with the 59 round back profile, which is kind of similar to like a 59 Les Paul almost, but it's super comfortable for me, and I really enjoy it. The body was something that I just pretty much bought the first thing that kind of came up that was pretty cool. It's Midnight Blue. I actually had a Telecaster that was this color a couple of years ago. That was really fun. And I saw this, and it's really a rare color these days. It's mostly like a 90s color. So I got it for pretty cheap. And originally what I wanted to do was to do another version of the Fiesta Red Strat that I had back in the day. But I ended up buying some other things. I didn't feel like dropping a bunch of money and waiting to have a custom body done. I did want a hardtail body. This isn't a hardtail. It does take a trim, but I tightened it down so it's not really moving. I also did put some Graphtec saddles on here, and they're so much more comfortable than the typical like bent steel saddles on there. Other than that, I just went with a plain black pickguard. I had an idea after doing the Tom DeLonge sticker Cheshire Cat Strat to just cover only the pickguard, just completely in stickers. But what I thought I was buying was a pickguard that had straight edges, not beveled edges with like an angle on them. And it came this way, and I was like, whatever, I don't feel like buying another pickguard right now. So I just threw this on here, and I liked how it looked. You know, I think it looks really cool, and I know a lot of other people agree with me. So I think it was a cool choice. I might change it to, you know, a stickered pickguard eventually, but I'm not really worried about it right now. So that's all I really have to talk about for the guitar. I don't have an Invader to compare this to right now, but let me show you some tones and you can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like. This is full humbucker, not split, and it's just like a heavy distortion sound. One thing that I think you guys would notice is this pickup, it's not like breathing fire, basically. It can get heavy, but it's not so heavy that it's like almost out of control. Like it's still very very versatile, and it responds really well to how hard I pick, which can't really be said for the Invader as much. Let me take the gain down a little bit and see what else we got. I didn't coil split on the last one, but I'll coil split after this one. This will be full humbucker. Now I'm going to coil split. Coil split is nice for, you know, giving it almost a stratty sort of sound. You know, it is a Strat, but it kind of gives you some more tonal options, which is nice, especially in a single humbucker guitar. It's nice to have a couple more options at your hands, you know, at your fingertips, basically, to just, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. So let's get some clean sounds, and I'll start with the full humbucker again. Or cleanish sounds, anyway. coil tapped. You can definitely tell there is a little bit of volume drop. That's kind of inevitable, but I do like it. Let's go for a more just like standard clean. This will be full humbucker. So yeah, I think it sounds pretty great. I definitely think it's a bit more versatile than the original Invader is, and yeah, I think the Seymour Duncan Custom Shop nailed everything that I asked for. It was a little expensive, but it's not so crazy because, you know, they have to basically build something from scratch that I'm asking for. It's not something that you can just get anywhere, so that's pretty cool. I named it the Defender. Kind of like the opposite of the Invader, you know, Invader versus the Defender. I don't know. I thought it was pretty neat. And it took about 6 weeks to get to me, which is a little while, but if you know you're going to have a guitar project in the future, it's nice to order in advance, which is what I did. I knew I didn't have all the parts ready. So it really didn't seem like it took too long, but yeah. If you got any questions at all, definitely let me know. I'll be doing some more covers with this guitar, and yeah, see what you guys think. See you later.